Well, it is a sad day in the world of rock and roll as Ozzy Osbourne is dead. A statement from multiple media outlets says that his family reports the 76-year-old passed away, surrounded by his family and love. They are asking for privacy at this time. Here in Southwest Florida, fans are remembering him tonight. Wink News reporter Haley Zarconi spoke with local rock and roll listeners of all ages. Haley, how is Ozzy's legacy being remembered?
Emma, from our rock and roll radio station here to record stores, music venues, and anyone with a single song of his downloaded, I can tell you, people are heartbroken. But the legacy he left behind will live on forever. You know that voice, that look.
I've died once or twice before, but I mean, it's been a story of my life.
That accent. From anywhere.
He is the Prince of Darkness.
At 76 years old, the infamous Ozzy Osbourne has died.
It's just an absurd thing to hear because Ozzy Osbourne kind of seems like that guy that was gonna live forever.
I found out at work and somebody looked at me and was just like, Sebastian, and I was like, yeah, and they were like, Ozzy died, and I was like, oh my God, I gotta take 5.
At Wink's sister station, 94.5 The Arrow, there's not a day that goes by that you don't hear Osborne throughout Southwest Florida.
I've been lucky enough to be in this business for this long, and I've watched Ozzy since I was a kid. My parents, don't you listen to Ozzy, you know, it's the devil's music. Well, Ozzy wasn't the devil. Ozzy was just a human being. He was just a person that was misjudged by many, misunderstood by many, but his passion for rock and roll was never a question.
From Black Sabbath to his solo career, from the second Osborne touched rock and roll, he turned it to gold and then to black.
We all kind of seek after the dark aesthetic. He started doing that 1969, which is just crazy to think about.
The first Black Sabbath album, if you really look at like the evolution of music, it's like a light switch, like metal happens at that album.
His very last show, back to the beginning, 2 weeks ago with Black Sabbath, they only did a limited amount of songs because he just physically could not do much anymore. But he did it, and he did it his way, and he went out his way. One last time.
Metal band members I spoke to, fans, and anyone with an ear for an electric guitar and blown out speaker would have died to see that last show in person, because it really was his last.
It's like an end of an era, and then this happens. It's like, it's such a beautiful send-off.
He was one of those guys that all bands to this day would give anything to have 5 minutes to be with Ozzy and to play with Ozzy. And I can guarantee you, the rock and roll world will miss him, but we will never forget him.
Well, we do know that he was diagnosed with Parkinson's, and, you know, obviously this was still a shock to so many. Tonight we went to Wise Guys over in South Cape. They were having a metal concert of their own, and we talked to bands, their fans, and I actually got a little patch here that has one of his albums on it, which is pretty cool.
It is really incredible. The whole Southwest Florida community, I know, loves Ozzy Osbourne, and so this is obviously very sad to him, but I think he would be applauding that story right there.
Awesome. Well,
great.
Thanks.